Despicable Me 4 is set to be one of the biggest hits in the world of animated films. But did you hear that several details from the movie recently leaked? Scarlet Overkill. And one of those leaks was that the Minions villain, Scarlet Overkill, is going to make an appearance in the film. We'll probably see the villainess more than once, but one of those moments happened in one of the latest teasers released by Illumination, showing Scarlet inside the villain's school that Gru invaded with Poppy, Gru Jr., and 2 minions. It's pretty quick, but if you keep your eyes peeled, you'll notice that as the group walks down the hallway of the supervillain's institution, we can see some frames on its walls. If we pause at the right moment, we can glimpse that one of the frames features Scarlet herself. So, Scarlet was a distinguished student at the high school for supervillains that Gru must have attended years later. We also discovered several tidbits of information about the super minions and many details and Easter eggs in the new teasers of the film that practically nobody noticed. Check it all out with us right now. Super Minions. One of the latest leaked pieces of information about the plot of the next Gru and his family movie, believe it or not, came from where no one expected. From Lego. The toy manufacturer, which has a partnership with Illumination to produce small and large toys of the company's characters, ended up releasing images that were later deleted of the new toys inspired by the next Despicable Me movie, and some of these novelties about the new types of minions that will appear in the film. That's because we can see that Illumination has already shown us a giant minion, purple minions, and even minions in animal versions. And now, it seems we'll have minions with superpowers! I mean, minions kind of already have special characteristics, as we can see in the minion floating in space, and when we see their bodies stretch. But it seems now they'll have even greater powers. One of them seems to be the elastic minion, and the other the super strong minion. Another one with a torpedo-shaped head seems like he'll be able to fly since he even has a cape. And there's also a fourth minion with a rounded and rocky shape, reminiscent of the Thing from the Fantastic Four. In addition to these 4, there's another minion shooting a beam of light through his eyes, somewhat like Cyclops from the X-Men. And all of this is on the Lego toy box that ended up leaking. Now, everything revolves around how these minions got these superpowers, and how will they use them in the movie. My guess is that all this has to do with the entry of the minions in AVL. These same toys also revealed that the minions now, officially, will be members of AVL, and will be able to receive the company's benefits like health and dental plans. On the toy boxes, we can see Mel's version as an AVL employee, with a small organization badge and even a work mug, written "I love AVL." And we also have a second minion with the same characteristics, but he seems to have special glasses, maybe to see at long distances and facilitate his operations in the organization. In fact, he even appears on the Super Minions box, in an image below wearing these technological glasses. And the cool thing is that we can notice in this image 3 minions wearing black suits, which leads us to our next incredible detail. MIB. In one of the newly released spots of Despicable Me 4, we can see that 3 minions appear on scene who will probably be the main minions in the movie. They are dressed in black suits and are even wearing sunglasses, even though it's night. Most people might think they're playing Gru's security guards or something. But as we mentioned, it seems that officially the minions are also AVL members and not just minions of our former supervillain. And they're not wearing their badges because they're on a capture mission, as we'll explain in a moment. So, as they are part of a secret organization, by their black suits and sunglasses, it's obvious they're making a reference to MIB, a famous series of movies and cartoons that show a secret Earth organization responsible for dealing with alien life that exists on the planet, and most of the planet's population has no idea. But it's still MIB, only now they are minions in black. So, in honor of the minions in black, today we're commenting #MIB down below, because I really love this version of the little yellow beings. Minions clothes. Another cool detail happens when we see the minions arrive in their minicar, but they're dressed in their typical overalls. And in the next scene, we see them in black suits, MIB style as we said. What few people noticed is that they didn't wear the suits over the overalls, because their clothes are there on top of the cart that got a little overturned. So, they were naked right there and then dressed in their little suits. I wonder, will the movie show that? 007 style car. Going back a bit now and looking at Gru's turbocharged vehicle, we can notice that the car has many similarities with the super-equipped vehicles used by the world's most famous spy, 007. And we can see that the car is totally customized, as in the middle of the car's wheel, we can see Gru's symbol, the letter G. Either Gru is doing very well in the anti-villain league, or the company gave him a year-end gift for the former supervillain. Alumni reunion. Some scenes from the teasers and spots pass by so quickly that we might miss some very interesting details. For example, we can notice that when Gru parks his supercar, there is already a tank parked in the event venue's courtyard. And when we see Gru from behind, we can see the name at the entrance of the venue written in French, which translates to "High school is not good." And right below, it says "Welcome back" and the class number, which we honestly couldn't identify. So, it's clear that Gru is there to attend the Villain School alumni reunion, which must be promoted by the Villain Educational Institute. In fact, everything indicates that he's not just there for that. Probably, he must be there for work, to capture some former classmates, maybe even Maxime Le Mal himself. Because, in the first trailer, we can understand that the scene where Gru somersaults and uses his capture weapon happens during this event, with all of Gru's former classmates in the background. But that's not all. In the same scene where we see Gru arriving, if we pause and look beside the former supervillain, we'll see that at the entrance of the reunion venue is Principal Überschlecht! And not only her, we can notice that her 2 bodyguards are also there. These are the same ones that also appear in the trailer next to the old lady, who must be the person who runs the Supervillain Educational Institute with an iron fist, and they're also at the alumni reunion. Reunions are always cool, and for you to see us again, you just need to click on the subscribe button down below, so we'll see each other a lot. Details at the party. It becomes even clearer that the alumni reunion venue and the place that Gru, Poppy, the Minions, and Gru Jr. invade are the same, by the banners displayed on the road leading to the venue with torpedo symbols. These are the same banners we notice when Gru and his group are descending on the rope and later encounter the honey badger. We can even notice that the bush also has the shape of a bomb, and the bush on the other side is shaped like a mace, like those used by gladiators. Moreover, the same acronym can also be seen in both places, LPB, which surely is the name of the educational institution that we still don't know for sure. Besides that, the walls really suggest that it's an old castle, which fits exactly with the castle we see in the trailer in the balloon scene, which looks a lot like the Disney castle. This is a provocation, right? Honestly, I believe so. Still talking about the spots, we can see in one of them that Gru Jr. manages to enter Principal Überschlecht's office because he's tiny and the alarm lasers don't catch him. And he manages, somehow, to climb onto the desk in the room and discovers that the head of the principal's statue, which we saw in the first trailer, is what turns the lasers on and off. In some way, which will be shown in the movie, the group ends up managing to enter the room where all that confusion involving the honey badger that we see in the first trailer happens. Probably, Gru Jr. has some genetic skills inherited from his father and mother. And if you've made it this far, you deserve a bonus novelty. In another quick teaser of the new Gru and Minions movie, we can see something different from what was shown at the beginning of the first trailer of the movie. When Gru arrives home from shopping with his creepy car, this time we can notice that there are 2 little beings playing in the garden. They are the little white goat that Agnes adopted as her unicorn, and none other than Kyle, Gru's former piranha dog destroyer. The detail is that they're not playing in the family's backyard, but in the front yard of some neighbor, probably destroying their flowers and grass. Another quick detail is that we can see one of Gru's neighbors watering his plants when he arrives home. He's wearing a red jumpsuit. Maybe he's the same neighbor that Gru threatened at the beginning of the first movie, and that we later saw at his wedding with Lucy. I think he's now friends with the family, as the former supervillain's family pets are not in their backyard, but in someone else's. I don't know about you, but I'm really excited to watch this movie because I feel like it's going to be really good. We're leaving 2 awesome videos for you to check out now. Just click on one of them and keep having fun. You'll definitely enjoy them a lot.